Wish poppin' YouTube, it's your girl KayKay, and I'm back with part 2 of the video on how I constructed my closure made wig. I'm not even gonna talk too much in this video. I'm gonna just let y'all watch it. I'm gonna pop in from here from time to time to let y'all know what I'm doing. Like right now, I'm just doubling these rugs, trying to get them all nice and flat and secure together. You feel me? So my wig could be a little bit thick, but yeah, y'all just sit back and enjoy the video. That thing was stitched well. And right here, I'm just going to throw my bundle tag on. I know I did that in the last video, but I just wanted to show y'all again. You feel me? And right here, I'm just showing y'all my guidelines. And this is where I'm going to start sewing on the wig at. I'm going to just follow the same guidelines that I got. This would have looked like over my first stitch on my little tag. I like the way it looked. I ain't really tripping about how it looked. It looked so cute to me. But I'm gonna just go ahead and redraw my lines because they was a little bit faint. Like I said, a pencil is better when it's sharpened. So I did sharpen it and just draw my lines again. You gotta be able to see them hoes. We don't want no crooked ass wigs. We don't want no crooked ass lines, no crooked ass wefts. We want that shit straight and pop it, period. Fix some lines that we messed up on. Nothing to it but to do it. Want to make sure that cap is flat. And pro tip, I like to bend fold the cap like basically inside out. Like you see how that outer edge is flipped up, because that's what makes the wig cap flat. Not pulling it flat, but actually just laying it flat. See how that's straight? If it wasn't flat, if it was bulky and lumpy, then when I picked it up and tried to hold it up, you would have been able to see those bumps and those dips. Because I flipped that cap inside out, it laid it flat. So I sewed flat across, my stitch flat across, if that makes sense. I'll explain later in the video again. And I had to thread this machine so many times, like it was crazy. Y'all leave a comment down below how many times y'all saw me rethread this machine. Like, it was a struggle. Please don't be discouraged though, because that's just something that you gotta do. You gotta thread the machine. It is a self-threader, but I don't know how to do all that. That's too fancy for me. I could thread it myself. I'm gonna back stitch that just so that it's secure and ain't no edges flipping up, no loose tracks. As you can kind of tell, like I'm flipping that cap, I'm pushing the middle in, so it's lying flat. It's hard to explain, but if you get a wig cap and you turn that thing inside out, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. It's hard to explain, I can visualize it. And if you like a hands-on type of person, once you get a cap, you'll know that's what I'm talking about. Because I didn't know that for the longest time. It took me forever to try to figure that out because my tracks would come out so lumpy and bumpy, and I'd be like, what am I doing wrong? But it's because when you just lay it flat, you kind of stretching the fabric. So then you're sewing more hair than the sides of the cap. That's why it's bumpy. But as you can see, all my tracks are straight and flat. Flipping that thing in. And I only do a few stitches at a time. I'm going to go and then stop to make sure that thing is flat and continue on. I stopped in the middle right here because that was the end of that track. But I'm going to continue sewing right there in the middle as well when I start with the next tracks. You see how we on that line? That line is that guideline. You follow that. It will help you succeed in life. This just a little pro tip when your weft is curved from being held up in the wrap that it was in, how the bundles be like wrapped up, it'll flatten it out because when you doubling your tracks it's easier. Like I'm about to show y'all right now. The first time I doubled them, it was so hard because that track was hard and it was lumpy, so it wasn't really straight. But after this, it's gonna be so easy. It should only take you literally like a minute to double your wefts. It should just glide through easily. And I'm not pushing or pulling that. There's little ridges underneath the track that push it through. I'm just holding it at the back to secure it, to kind of make sure that it's straight when it's going in. And I'm clamping my two fingers together, my middle finger and my index finger. I just squeeze those together on the top of the two tracks to make sure they stay together while they go under the needle. And it just glides through. I don't have to push, I don't have to pull, it just goes. This should literally take you under a minute to do. And this real time, y'all. Can't sped up or nothing. That's really how fast I did it. See, that is so much better than the first one. The first one was lumpy, had gaps and shit. I had to concentrate on sewing them together, sewing the tracks together while I was trying to construct the wig. It was just doing a lot because the first track wasn't flat. But now I'm coming up closer to the top where I'm starting to curve at. I did do a lot of it off camera. But I'm also starting in the middle again, so that's good. Y'all get to see me start from the middle. Just lay that track right there, right next to the other one. Flip that cap inside out, basically. Not inside out, but kind of, I guess you can say inside out. Get that thing flat. And go. Now my back stitch so I can secure the two together. I know my finger's blocking it, but it was a lot of hair. I had to flip that thing. No. And it's okay if the hair gets stuck right there. It will just sew onto where the tracks are at. But you can take that out with like a comb or something, comb it out. It's not that hard because the hair is silky. But if you can prevent it at all costs, then prevent it. Just like the second from last track, so I am curving them. And it's pretty simple to curve them. The main thing is just keeping it flat and following those guidelines. If you follow them guidelines, you'll be all right. Don't overthink it. Like, don't stress. And practice makes perfect. Don't laugh at my Cleo braids. Don't do it. Okay? So it's looking real Kodak, okay? Don't do me, though. Don't. Telling you, when you flip that cap inside out, baby, you're gonna know a whole difference. Like, your life is gonna change. It's like you're gonna have an epiphany. EPIPHANY, like, period. You're gonna like learn some things in life and you're gonna be so amazed. Like, that's a real Pro tip. Now sew in the closure. This is probably the easiest step, especially because I already have it sewn down. I'm just going to go over that line and reinforce it basically. And when you get to the corners, you want to start to curve it and turn the whole wig and curve it. And I'm still flipping it up to keep it straight. But I'm curving and curving. And back stitch to secure that. Oh, don't laugh at my braids. Oh, it was all different colors. Oh, God. Then it just don't care. Oh. And on the last track, I'm going to sew the track to the cap, but I'm also going to connect the track to the closure. Like, I'm going to sew them together, if that makes sense, so that it lies, like, flush on there. It's seamless. There's no gap. And I had to thread that needle again because I just could not be great for some reason. I'm so glad I didn't break it. Knowing me, that's a problem too. I keep a stash of needles on deck though. Flip that thing in so it's flat. I know you can't see it's a mess, but just trust the process. Shit, I couldn't see myself. But you got to trust the process. You got to trust that you know what you're doing when you're doing what you're doing. Especially when you're doing this, because this is for somebody's head. So you got to be confident. Period. Flush. Period. Whew. Gap where? Gap where? Gap where? Nowhere. And then we're gonna go up underneath. We're gonna cut that little band piece out so that that lace can be exposed. All my tracks nice, pretty, and straight. I'm just gonna cut off all the extra strings that's hanging and things like that. But if you made it this far, then you have made it to the end of the video, and you are a champion. So go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about the video. Let me know if I dropped any useful gems or tips for you. And yeah, I'm gonna keep them coming. Thank y'all for supporting. Y'all some real ones. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned for part 3 when I show y'all how I like bleach the knots and stuff and pluck it and style and all that good stuff. And I might even color this wig in another episode. So yeah, stay tuned and y'all be blessed. Peace.